team turned it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Forced out to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline. Eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short game when he...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Deacon Jones drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Gordon on first down. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let him know.
Now Gordon dances by him. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On second down, it's Gordon. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on third down, Newton. Flushed out right. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he's going to take off with it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. Have taken the lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyson Alualu. Able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. To try again after the sack. Newton. And an alley to run. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From the 50, Newton. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, he goes full extension, and he's got it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Beckham complete. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Now it's Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Wilson. And it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Here's Wilson, throwing again. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. From the gun on third down, Wilson, flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there in that scramble.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This will be taken short. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now Newton escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Harold Landry able to drop him for a loss of a couple. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Newton to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Ryan Suckup on for the field goal of 32 yards.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open, but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Wilson to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. On first down, Johnson. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Wilson, dancing to his left, into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, And then they could make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Newton on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
In your face. Back. 6.
Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Now Newton. He finds his target, Beckham. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't